What's the biggest challenge that you're facing right now in your role, and how are you tackling it?
Yeah, good question. My biggest challenge all the time, so I'll be vulnerable again. My biggest challenge was actually sleep. So I won't tell you about now, because hopefully I've cured it or fixed it for the time being, where I was actually suffering from something that they told me I didn't realize existed, called early morning insomnia. So it's that early morning chess game. So you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
The founder's curse, 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
And I always used to explain to people that it was like being in a car crash every morning at 3 o'clock. The adrenaline just kicks in and you're just completely awake. And people go, right, okay, well, I'm up now, I might as well do something, Then you go on to that caffeine cycle. So you fill up with a cup of coffees, and then you come to lunchtime, you hit the wall, and then all of a sudden you're cloudy, you can't fake and this perpetual wheel of motion just kicks in. And I looked at that and started reanalyzing that and saying, well, where's that coming from? What's that doing? And it is that foundation's curse.
Yeah.
And then I went on the journey of how to fix that. And the way that I went about fixing that initially was, GPs are great people. Pop a couple of pills, you'll sleep best tonight. Yeah. And you're like, mate, if that's my world going forward, I don't want to be part of that world.
It's just a bad.
What I forgot to do was to look inwards, to actually start thinking why, and start thinking between the ears about actually what's going on. And so I did some analysis, I did some thought, I did some retreat stuff, and realized it's actually just mental health. And they call it mental for a reason, and the only thing mental in your body is your brain. And to understand what's going on for your brain, and actually why your brain at 3 o'clock in the morning is telling you that you're in a car crash, something's not right. So this whole thing about meditation, this whole thing about diet, this whole thing about sleep is actually really, really important. So I bought myself a push bike, and I decided that I wasn't getting enough. I was playing rugby at the time, but yeah, rugby's great, but it's very impactful. I needed to actually get some clean air. So bought myself a push bike, and I still love my push bike now. But the other thing I started doing was meditating and getting my body and soul right, and getting that vitality back in to actually eliminate that. So key lesson, if anyone tells you to take a sleeping pill, throw it back at them. Don't ever take it. Secondly, caffeine is not your friend. I love caffeine, but it's there to be enjoyed. It's not there as a drug. And thirdly, everybody has that voice internally. Use it at your peril, and don't listen to it at your peril as well. Make sure you've got control of it. It doesn't control you. That is a continuous journey. So that's not something that you can flick a switch and say it's all okay. But for me, I understand my triggers now, and I understand when my sleep's getting eroded, what I need to do to actually get back into that.